Good morning, traders. Welcome to Trading Together. I'm Mel Gacee. Today is Wednesday, March the 11th. How's everybody doing today? So good to have you here with me. And if you are here, I would love it if you would say hi, drop your name in the chat. Let me know that you're here and let's talk. This is a space for taking trades together. So I'm going to take some trades, hopefully, if we get some setups this morning. I'm going to take some trades live together with you. And I'm going to talk about the market. I'm going to talk about my setups. I'm going to talk about some analysis and what I think is going to be happening. And we'll talk about entries and exits as we take them. So if you're here, I'm so happy to have you. So it looks like Tiana is here. Daniel. Oh, hi, Daniel. Good to see you. Dan, I'm going to call you. Val is here. Good morning, Val. Thank you. Gavilan, good morning. Thanks, guys, for saying hi, and thanks for being here. I sure do appreciate it. All right. So again, if you're new here, we're taking trades together today. If we get the setups, I'm going to analyze the market as we go. And if you are a newer trader, or even if you're not, whatever questions and comments you have are all welcome here. Please drop them in the chat, and I'm going to answer those to the best of my ability. Okay. This is a place for growing and learning and building community. And so definitely drop your questions and your hi in the chat. Dana, hello. Good to see you. And BD is here. Good morning, BD. Good to see you. All right, so let's see what we've got going on here in the market. It's been a little bit of a herky-jerky market so far today. We've been slowly climbing up through the VWAP, and then we just right now, in the last 2 minutes, got this kind of fast move right back down to the VWAP. I would be interested in puts here, possibly. Let's see how we behave here at the VWAP. If I were to take puts, I would probably take the 678s. Those would be today's expiration. And I always take the trades in the money, first trade in the money. Okay, here's a nice little drop. Let's see what happens. See if we're going to continue on down. Slowing down just a bit here on this candle. Okay. So we've made a previous low down here at 675 on the SPY, and our previous high is sitting at 680. So $5 span range on the SPY, but that equates to a 50-point range on the SPX. So decent sized range this morning. And right now we're pretty much right in the middle of it. So we don't have clear direction yet. All right, let's see if we can get another push down here. Sometimes these big candles are trying to coerce us, induce us into taking a trade, and sometimes they're nothing more than a trap. So let's see what we get. See if it can push itself back up over the VWAP. We do have volume building overhead at the 680 strike. Now we have already hit that earlier today. Are we headed back there? It could be. That is the highest strike right now on the call side, higher than anything on the put side as well. So could be that we're headed back up there. And there's a little rejection of that break of the VWAP. So again, just kind of sitting right here in the middle of this range. Could go either way, honestly. Okay, it's trying to break again. Let's see if we can get another break. Nothing yet. Here we go. Right, coming back down through. Getting a little push on the VIX. Nothing major. VIX has kind of been hovering in the 24 range today. And it's down 2%. Okay. Just toggling right here at the VWAP. No true direction yet. And you can sort of see we came in to the morning very herky-jerky, right? This run up, push down, run up, push down, run up, push down. Very, very up and down today. And the range is wide, but it's still very range bound. Even though it is a larger range, it is range bound. And we're right in the middle. So that's where we can get stuck trying to call a direction. Oracle coming down off its high. It was up over 13%, still up very impressively, up at over 10% right now after really good earnings yesterday. Tesla coming down. It was up over 3%. Now it's up 2.8, which is still great. And we've got a lot of the Mag 7s kind of pushing up today. Google, NVIDIA. Who's down today on the mags? Apple is down a bit. Meta down a bit. All right. Looks like we might. Let's see if we can break this little bottom here. Right here, there's a little bottom. See what we do here. It's right at our flat line. And the flat line, for me, that's just my name for it, is where we are when we are trading right at yesterday's close. So we are currently trading right at yesterday's close at the flat line. This is the area where it goes from red to green. When you see, the SPX closed up, so many points or down so many points. Those points are calculated from the previous day's close. All right, looks like we could be breaking here. Let's see. Let's see. Come on now. Let's do something. Our VIX is just kind of floating with tiny candles here. It is trying to move up. DT, good morning. Good to see you. So glad you joined. DT, I am holding a put right now, and I'm not in it yet, but I'm thinking about jumping in here in a minute. We are just below the VWAP on the SPY. This is a little different. It is a little different, isn't it? I'll tell you this, though. YouTube doesn't lose my screens. Not usually. Occasionally it does. I won't lie. All right, little pop here, back up through the VWAP. So we're still getting the sideways ranging motion here. Craig, good morning. Good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for joining. I sure appreciate you guys joining. I really do. And Craig just told DT we are looking at puts, 678s. I'm not in anything yet. because we're just getting this sideways behavior right here at the VWAP. So I'm just watching for a change here. Looks like it could be starting to break a little bit. DT sold calls at cost on SPY. I'm glad you were able to get out. I hope you did that maybe at this run right here where we had that big pop at 10 Eastern. So congrats, DT. I know you were in deep on those. So glad you didn't get hurt on that. All right, teeny little candles, just eking it down here. All right. There we go. Double, triple down. No, you doubled on your triple. I mean, what is that? 6 times down? 676. Only way to get the cost back. Yeah, got to be careful with those because sometimes those can hurt you if they don't ever turn around. But I'm glad you were able to get out and not get hurt. All right, volume picking up a little bit here. I'm trying to see if that means they're going to hold it or drop it more. Mind reading the time? Sure, Craig. 11, 12, and 15 seconds Eastern time. Let me know, Craig. I am curious what the delay is. Currently in a sold put spread. Okay, DT. All right. 3-second delay. Very nice. All right. I'm going to jump in these puts. Punch it. I am in. Punch it. I'm out. I believe that's 7%. It should be more, shouldn't it? And I need to get out of this. Hold on. That one was 316 to 342. So about 10% there on that one, guys. So I hope you followed. I know it was fast. Nice 10% winner there on that big red bar. Craig, loving this new channel. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate that. And if you all haven't already, I sure would appreciate a subscribe if you don't mind. That would really help me to grow, and I would appreciate it. Thanks, guys. All right. Howdy, Mel. How you doing? Hi, David Reese. Good. How are you doing? Good to see you here. All right. So DT, good luck with your put spread that you sold. I hope that goes well for you. And we just hit this bottom. We keep holding. Do you see this bottom here? This is why I jump out so quick. You guys know it. Right here at 675, this area has been just a steel wall. If we break it, we should come down another, I'm going to call another 20 points or $2. So 673. If we can break through this 675, we just haven't been able to do it yet. And it isn't just today. 675 has been holding very strong for quite a while. All right, David Reese, doing well. Thanks. Oh, good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. So nice to have you guys all trading with me. Now, if you guys have questions or comments, I love that. Jump in. Let me know what you're thinking, what your questions are. If you're new, you are so welcome here. This is a place to grow and learn. There are no dumb questions. As I always say, if you have the question, I guarantee you somebody else has it as well. So don't be afraid. Jump in there with those questions, okay? All right, let's see. Come on now. Let's break this 675. I'd like to see us really get a good dump here. Come on. Now, I will show you where we've got we've got a real deep low that needs to get retested down at about 650. I want to say 656 SPY. I'll go look at it in just a second. That needs to get tested. That low needs to get retested. Now, That is not going to happen today. That is a solid 200 points below us on the SPX. But I believe that we are headed there. I believe we're going to have to retest that. All right, starting to break 675 here. Very, very good. That's what I want to see. Come on now. Let's keep going. So right here, this yellow line, and let me zoom in so you can see there's also a blue line right under it. As you guys probably know, I mark on my charts the overnight lows and highs and yesterday's lows and highs. Many times they converge upon each other, as in this case. This is the overnight low and yesterday's low right on top of each other, both sitting at right here, 674, 675-ish, low 675. So we are beating this right now at the moment, trying to beat, well, I guess we're not. Let me go take a look. So right here, this red line here, I've had this marked off on the charts for a while. This 675 support slash resistance, mostly support, has been in place for a good long time. This is a strong support level. It's equating to about 67, 65 on the SPX. So it's really been holding, and it looks it's trying right now to lose it. And here we are coming down to our overnight low and our low of day. If I really stretch this out, you can see the difference between the lines. Here's our overnight low. Here's our low of day from yesterday. They're right on top of each other. So I expect they would try to hold. But let's see. Let's see what we get. All right, DT got out at cost on the SPY put. Great. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. All right, let's see. 675 is trying to go. Come on. Give it a push. Nice, nice, nice. Now, if we bounce from here, you'll know why. Because where are we? We're right here. Right here. If we get a bounce, you will know why. If we break it, we've got farther to go. It is sitting 47 to 52, 5 points. So basically about 67, 60 on the SPX. And it is bouncing. Look at that. Came right down to it and bounce. So this is why these lines do matter. Now, it doesn't mean it won't break, but they really do matter. They get respected. These overnights, these lows and highs, they do get respected. So doesn't mean it won't come down and break it, but it definitely is getting a reaction here. Now, do we want to look at calls if this thing turns around and starts moving up? We could. Let's see what happens here at 675. Are they going to reclaim it or reject? Little rejection right now. On big volume, see that green bar? Came down, tagged the overnight low, yesterday's low on big volume, and did a little reversal. Usually when you see that kind of big candle after, this run, it could be up or down. On volume, usually that's where they're trying to hold a level. You can see it. Sometimes it'll be a reversal. Sometimes it'll just be, we're holding it for now. But that's a lot of times you'll see that volume and a reversal candle at an important low. And this is an important low. So we'll see. We come back down and test it one more time. Come on. Let's take a look at our volume real quick. The 675 puts definitely picking up in volume. Highest volume today so far, sitting at the 680 calls. Now we've already been there. Doesn't mean we can't go there again. We certainly can. So big volume at 680 on the call side. Biggest volume 677 and 675 on the put side. All right, DT is taking a call. Good luck, DT. We are breaking that 675. We bounced from here. You should be good. All right, definitely it is trying to bounce here. Let's see how we do. No, little reversal. So still trying to hold this 675 zone. The bears are trying to hold down to it. I am going to take a quick look at the gamma. All right, looks like we are still sitting in negative gamma. 3 billion on the put side, 2.3 billion on the call side, 706 million in net negative gamma. Call wall has come down. It was much higher. Call wall is down now at 676, and the put wall is still sitting at 670. Now, we have not come near to that put wall yet. Are we going to head all the way down to 670? That would be quite a drop. That would be another 50 points from here. All right, coming down, back down through 675. What we need to do is come back down and test the overnight low again. And if we can't break it, we'll see another bounce. Let's see what we get here. VIX is giving us a small climb. It finally turned positive. VIX was negative earlier today. It's turning a little baby positive, 0.4%. All right, there's a bounce again at 675. Bulls are really trying to hold on here. All right, break of 675. If it keeps on, it could go up and challenge the VWAP again. Let's see if we get that. Volume picking up, definitely. You can see the volume here starting to kind of pick up. In at 168, out at 185. I'm glad you're out, DT. Good trade. There we go. Nice pop. And we're moving back down on the VIX. All right, let's see if we go challenge that VWAP here. We've been over and under it a couple of times this morning. Bulls haven't really been able to hold above the VWAP for very long. We've popped over it once, twice, three times. Popped under it once, twice, three times. It's very kind of equally matched, but I am seeing a little bit of a downward tilt here, just ever so slightly. This 675, again, it's been a brick wall. Why, you think we're going over 6,800? It could happen, DT. Again, 680 is where we hit earlier, and that is about 20 points overhead. So we were there on the SPX. Our high was 68.11, but we could not hold it. So that's what we need to pay attention to. Bears were able to pull it down. So let's see. It's been a fight today, so we'll see what we get. I think we've got a little bit more negativity under the hood, but you never know. In this market, you never know. Oracle's still coming down. So now Oracle is kind of sitting at its 9% plus, which is great. Great job for Oracle after good earnings. All right. Another little movement back down here. We didn't quite make the VWAP, but doesn't mean this move is done. Let's see what we get. Here's another test of 675. Very fast moving candle here. You zoom in a little bit. Little pop on the VIX right there. Now, if we break down through 675, actually, if we break down through this overnight, I might consider a put unless it's going to be extended. If it's too extended, meaning that if the move is truly starting here and it comes all the way down here, I might not take it, because usually if it's a move that's been in place for a while, I'll try to avoid those. Depends on the circumstance. We'll have to watch. All right, let's see if we're just going to pull sideways here, or we're going to test this 675 again. Come on. I'm just kind of sitting here right now, going sideways, not up, not down. There we go. Okay. Here's our test. Need it to go up. Are you in something, DT? I thought you got out of your put spread. All right, here's our test. Let's see if we can get down to this overnight low. Put spread needs it to, I thought you got out of that, DT. I'm sorry. You need it up over 68.05. Okay, good luck. We could get a turnaround. It could happen. All right, nice pop on the VIX here. There's another test of our overnight low coming in. Let's see if we break it this time. There we go. Got out of my calls and put singles. Okay, I'm with you, DT. Okay. 674 right here, holding overnight for the okay, there we go. All right. All right. I'm out of my trade. I was in a trade before I started the stream. So out of that. Okay. I am going to load up puts here, 675s. Not quite sure where we're stopping. We're sitting at 67.54, and I think 67.50 could hold it on the SPX. So I'm not jumping on these puts right this minute. We lose 67.50. Okay. All right. I'm going to try a quick put here. Punch it. I'm in. All right. Punch it. I'm out. Honestly, I think that's probably a break even. 6 cents on 240. So like 3%, 2%. Nothing good. But not bad. Not bad. Okay. David got into a call. All right, DT, good luck. Good luck. And we're going opposite today. Okay. All right. Well, good luck, DT, with those calls. Let's see if we come up and reclaim this overnight low. That's what the bulls are going to want to do. So far, we have a low at 674.1, which equates to 67.52, just kind of where I was saying we might hold at 67.50. That's why I jumped out real fast. That was a super quick trade right there. We did hold at the 67.50 zone, at least for now. Trying to recover overnight low. We are down about 24 points from yesterday's close. Not horrible, not awful. Now, would I consider calls here? Not unless we came up and beat the 675 support zone that I have right here. We'd have to beat it pretty convincingly. So I'm not going to take any calls until we get up over that. If we reject here again on these overnight levels, I would take another put. I'd be looking at 675s if I took a put. I'm not doing it right this minute. So if we come down and reject this overnight and take another leg down, I'll try to trade a put there. All right, DT in at 164, out at 188. Great. And Dan got puts 46 profit. Nice, Dan. Nicely done, you guys. Very well done, everybody. Okay, here's a push up through the overnight. Let's retest our 675 zone here. Again, if we get a nice solid break of that, I might grab some calls here. This little twilight zone in here, I'm not interested in trading. It's too small. What I mean is this move from the overnight low to the 675 support zone, that is a little twilight zone. I don't want to trade inside of that zone because I can't tell which way we're going. Great job, everybody, with your trades today. I'm so happy everyone's winning. Congrats. All right, coming back down and testing this low again. Here we are. It's a little bit more selling pressure, it feels like to me, guys. I don't know about to you. Feels like a little bit more selling pressure. All right, if we break this bottom here, I will, not the bottom, this overnight low. If we break this again, I may jump in another put. So like I said, I was holding 675 puts for today's expiration, not in them, just waiting. All right, on all but my put spreads. Okay, all right, DT. Well, it's not out of the picture to get a 6,800, a run up to 6,800. It's only 40 points overhead. That's not out of the question at all. We could certainly turn and run it. Mag's really coming down. That's interesting because, oh, well, oil is climbing. Look at that. Okay. Google and NVIDIA both came down. Mag's almost at its flat line. Apple down. Broadcom down. Meta down. Microsoft down. Okay. Where is Amazon? You know, I love Thinkorswim, but I'll tell you, there is something wonky with their darn watch list. I always lose stuff off the watch list. Super annoying. Okay. All right, still sitting in our little twilight zone here, so no trade for me. I want to see a solid break of this bottom or a solid break of this top before I commit. All right, Dan, done for the day. 6 out of 7. Needed this. Been rough lately. It's been challenging trading, Dan. I'm glad you joined. I'm glad you're done. I'm glad you made money today. Congratulations. And DT Amazon is on the top right. I just added it, DT. It was things disappear off of my watch list on Thinkorswim, and it drives me nuts. Absolutely makes me insane. I don't know why it happens. I'm sure it's user error. If I called in, I bet you they'd tell me it's user error. Okay. Definitely stair stepping it down right now. You can see that if we kind of zoom out here. Yeah, consumer discretionary. Yeah. No, I know, DT. I just couldn't, I know where it is in the sector. I just did not, certain tickers disappear off of my watch list and it gets really old. I'll tell you, it gets very old, but thank you for your help. I appreciate it. All right. So basically what I'm showing you here is this little stair step down. We are making lower highs. Do you see them? So here's our high of the day so far, 680 on the SPY, lower high, lower high. Right now, this is a lower high. We'll have to see if they make a run for it. We are now currently testing the overnight low and yesterday's low of day. If this breaks, I might take these puts again. They're trying to hold it. They really are. The bulls are fighting. Just holding it right here so far. No trade for me yet. Again, this little zone right in here needs to break. Needs to show us what direction we're going today. Currently, it's looking down, but we could push up for sure. We could definitely turn this around. I'll take another look at the gamma. Negative gamma is increasing. Still just sitting here at this bottom, trying to break it. Negative gamma is sitting at 1 billion, so that is increasing. Put wall still sitting at 670. That's a good bit below us. Call wall still sitting at 675. 676. All right. Daniel, my screen keeps freezing. Anyone know what I need to do? It has cost me trades in the past. Ooh, that's rough, Dan. That is rough. Have you had your computer looked at? Does it have enough RAM to run everything you're trying to run? If not, it will freeze up. And I know you are running multiple programs, Dan. Um, so I would maybe have, somebody that is good with computers or the Geek Squad or somebody look at it, make sure you've got the RAM that you need. Okay, looks like we're trying to break here. So I'm interested in puts potentially. Let's see what we get. Nope, no break yet. David Neely. Hi, David. Clear your browser and cache. That will help, I think. Force quit and restart. Yep, I've done that myself. I hate to do that. All right, looks like we're trying to break here. I'm real close to this put at 675. I'm thinking about it. They're just toying with us. Do you see how they're playing with us here? They really are. They need to give us a direction. And you know what they'll do? They'll make it fast. Whenever they decide the direction they're going, they'll give us one of those big old candles that you can't get in on. Need more memory. It's possible, Dan. I'm only suggesting that. I don't know that that's the case, but I would actually have somebody maybe look at it, maybe Geek Squad or something. Had to restart twice. That is a problem, Daniel. It may just be also that you're just running too much for the strength of your computer. So I don't know if you have an option to run less, less programs. Definitely the trading programs are memory intensive. My Thinkorswim is a hog. It's a big hog. Yeah, they just won't let it go. Look at them. They're just teasing us here. They're just not letting it go. Not yet. There it goes. See, they give us that big bar. I hate when they do that. You can't get in. That's the way they do it, though. You've got a low here at 674. All right, I'm jumping on this put real quick. Punch it. And hopefully we don't get that bounce. Looks like they're trying to bounce it. Used to do that before I bought this one. Cheaper to get a cheap computer for some programs. Run two, one for trades, one for charts. Could, yeah, it could be. A little bounce here. We've got a new low, 674.0. All right, I'm going to get out here, punch it. That was just maybe 1 or 2%, guys. Yeah, like 1, 2%, break even. But I did that because of this little bouncy green candle here. I don't like it. So I think that was like 1%. I think we've got more to go. Okay, wants to keep going. 673 is where we're sitting. All right. I am looking at a put here, 674. I'm going to jump in real quick, punch it. I'm out, punch it. That was, oh man, that was only 5% on that big red bar, but it was fast. All right. So we took several trades today, guys. We're doing great. Gavilan out with a break even. Okay, Gavilan. Craig, try a different browser, one that uses less memory. Check your background process, disable that or any that are not necessary. Great advice. Thank you guys for trying to help. I appreciate it. All right, first little green, semi-green. Nope, no green yet. Oh, that's just great. Now my screen is freezing. I'll tell you, man, these guys, they make me so frustrated. Okay, here's a bounce here at 673. Oh, thanks, Craig. I appreciate you. Please hit the thumbs up button just below the video window. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate that. I'm trying to grow this channel, and every little bit of help I can get, I do appreciate. Thanks, guys. All right, so we got a little green bounce here. 673 is our low currently. There we go. Starting to respond a little bit. We did beat this overnight low. We did hit 67.47 on the SPX, so it's trying to hold there, that 67.50 level. David Tucci got another put spread. All right, good luck, David. Good luck, 67.70. All right. You sold it? You sold the 67.70? Weird that you don't say DT. All right, I'll say DT. You sold the 67.70? All right, you're so brave. Okay, Daniel, you are fast. You scalp the scalpers. That is my claim to fame, Daniel. Fastest mouse in the West. All right, DT, it's okay. All right, DT. For 320, it's worth it. Okay, all right. Well, good luck. Good luck to you. You are a brave soul, that's for sure. Scalp the scalpers. Hey, Guy is here. Hello, Guy. Good to see you. All right, David, on a $5 spread, DT. Nice. Nice, nice. Well, we're reclaiming right now, trying to reclaim the overnight low. So you might get that, DT. Good luck. I hope you do. It's only 10 points overhead. So fingers crossed for you. Thanks, Guy. All right. Sitting right here at the overnight low, at the low of day from yesterday. Remember, I was saying they're right on top of each other, meaning when we see that, this usually is, give it a little bit more importance. It's a little bit more of an important level. When you see that overnight they held yesterday's low, that's telling you something's happening right here that they want to hold. And they are so far. All right. Need to make my money back from the other 6,800 spread. Well, that one's not completely lost. You never know. If we recover this overnight low and give it the old heave ho, that could happen. It absolutely could happen. We're not down super far. We're still kind of sideways a little bit, right? We're down 22 points, which is not horrible. That's not a big deal. Let's go take a look at our daily chart. We have how many trades did we take here this morning, guys? I want to say 3 or 4. I lose track. I trade 20, sometimes 20 times a day, and I lose track. But I think we took 3 or 4 here, all winners. Small. They're small. I think we got 110%, so that was good. But yeah, let's go take a look at our daily here. On the SPX. All right. You guys know this bloody chart of mine with all of these red lines. I know it hurts just to look at it. But as I've said many, many times, these lines all have a purpose. They all have a meaning. And when we were still over here, I was telling you all of these lines were going to come into play. And this is what's happening right here. As a matter of fact, I do need to add probably a 6750 zone right here since we held today. So I might do that. I might go ahead and add a 6750 on here. I'll put it right here at 6748 where we held so far. That's where we've held so far today. Doesn't mean that that will continue, but as of right now, that's where we're holding. All right. Guy, I think POTUS is scheduled to speak today around 12 or 12:15. Oh, thanks for the heads up, Guy. That is helpful. If we know anything about him, he'll say something to bring the market up. That's usually what he does. He loves the market. He wants the market to move up. And so if he does speak, he will, in my opinion, probably say something to bring it up. He likes to do that. All right. So on the daily, take a look what happens. 3 Eastern or 3:15 Eastern. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So take a look what happened here. I was wondering if this might be the case. So we had this rollover. Now this bottom here is not even as low as the low that we saw on Sunday night. And that one is sitting way down here at this 6,500 zone. You can't see it on the SPX because SPX does not run round the clock. It only runs regular trading hours. So you can't see that low. But on the SPY, you can see it, not on the daily. You can see it like on the hourly and the 15-minute. And you will see there's a low sitting way down here, just lurking, right? It's lurking. We are going to come back and test that. I don't know when. It doesn't have to be for a while because that's 200 points below us. But we will come test that. Now, what I thought could happen is this. We got this rejection from the 100. That's this green line right here. This is the 100-day moving average. We lost it, regained it, lost it, really lost it, and then big, massive. This was a massive push on this candle from Monday, massive push up from a really bad overnight low. This, in my opinion, I think I mentioned it I don't know if I mentioned on this stream, but the idea is that I thought this could be what we call a dead cat bounce, meaning you get this bounce, but it doesn't go anywhere. It falls back down. And it's such a gross saying. I don't know who's figured that out, but they've been saying it for years and years. Dead cat bounce just meaning a strong bounce, but it really doesn't go anywhere. It just falls right back down. Okay, I am looking, guys, at these puts here at 674. I'm not in them. I'm just looking. We are breaking this overnight low yet again. Let's see if we try to fall down below it again. Yeah, exactly, Guy. Last time he spoke, SPY took a rocket trip up. Yep, that is what he wants to do. And I actually like that about him. He cares. And he's a New Yorker, right? He's been in finance and money and the markets forever. So he does care about the markets, and he does care about and especially with midterms coming up, he wants the markets to stay up. All right, another little break here, but I'm not in it yet. I'm just watching 36 to 44. Okay. There it goes. They're doing that fast move again. You know how much I hate that. Doesn't let us get in. Looks off. Yeah, and I'm not going to get into this one either, DT, but let's talk about my plan for the rest of today. If President Trump does speak today, that could turn things around, and he is speaking while the market is open. That is also something to bear in mind. So thank you for that heads up there, Guy. I did not see that, so we'll keep an eye on that. Anyway, let's talk about the rest of the trading plan for today. So basically, this daily chart is looking still to me like lower lows, looking to me like we still have more to go. Doesn't mean we can't run up and test upper levels, but as of right now, it is looking pretty sad, looking pretty bearish at this point, right? So as far as trades today for the rest of the day, right now we are in a bearish trend. So we have to bear that in mind, no pun. And usually I'm careful to try to trade with the trend. I will trade against it sometimes, but I do try to trade with the trend for the most part, because I find that is usually where I stay more profitable. Like I said, I will trade the opposites, but you got to be careful. So look at these counter trend trades. You've only got tiny moves here and you can get stuck. So you got to be careful with that. A trend for me is defined as being under the VWAP or even under the 200 period moving average. That would be bearish, and anything over the VWAP or over the 200 is going to be bullish. All right, we are fixing to make a new low of day here any second now. Any second now. Let's see what happens. And I am open to trading puts or calls. Now, right now we're sitting at the low of the day currently, so I'm not going to trade at this level. I'm going to wait for another bounce. But like I said, I'm open to calls. I am open to puts. I'll do both. But bearing in mind the direction of the day. And today, so far, it is bearish. So we're down 30 points. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining. I'm having so much fun trading with you all here. I appreciate you. We made some money together. I love that. We are killing it, guys. On this stream, I have a really good win rate. So we're killing it together. I appreciate you guys. I'm glad you're making money with me. Join me again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, and we will see you then. Take care and bye for now.